This is ABC7 News at 11, your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Good evening, I'm Haley Wilgus. Thank you for joining us tonight. First this evening, politics took center stage at a forum in Sarasota for candidates who are running for City Commission. A large crowd gathered at the Sarasota Municipal Auditorium to hear what these candidates had to say. ABC7's Rick Adams is joining us live from there tonight with more. Rick.
Yeah, Haley, the forum wrapped up here just a short while ago. The candidates did have a chance to have their voices heard. Hundreds of registered voters had a chance to take in and listen to what Sarasota City Commissioner candidates had to say. There are 8 candidates battling for 2 at-large seats.
I think it's important to check out who's running and how they stand and what their issues are and if they're the same as mine.
7 of the 8 candidates were tackling the city's important issues at Wednesday night's forum, including the homeless problem, affordable housing, and traffic, among many other issues.
I'd like to hear answers as if transportation plans, what are the demographics, what are they pursuing, what's the economic end goal for the community.
If the huge crowd at this forum is any indication of things to come, voter turnout in March should be pretty significant. One of the main reasons the Sarasota Underground online publication organized this event is to get many more voters interested in this election. Typically, turnout for city elections hovers around 20%.
If we could get to something like 25%, that would be huge. But it's ridiculous because we should be talking about getting to 70 or 80%, not getting to 20%.
There were 7 candidates at the forum instead of all 8 because organizers say they had to pull the invitation from one of the candidates, Matt Sperling. The candidates who were in the hot seat tonight include current City Commissioner Susan Chapman, Martin Hyde, Mikhail Sandstrom, Hagan Brody, Fred Atkins, Jennifer Ahern-Koch, and Patrick Gannon.
Everybody's got a different view of which direction they want to go, and as you can see by downtown, I think we've gone in the wrong direction.
And the election is just a few short weeks away. It'll take place on Tuesday, March 14th. Reporting live from Sarasota this evening, I'm Rick Adams. Haley, back to you.
Thank you, Rick. A local organization is helping the Manatee County Sheriff's Office find the person responsible for the murder of Alexander Chirp. His body was found with gunshot wounds outside of his car on February 4th in the parking lot of Greenbrook Park. The Gold Star Club of Manatee County is offering a reward of up to $5,000 for information leading to an arrest. Crime Stoppers offering an additional $3,000 reward. Anyone with information should contact Crime Stoppers at 634-TIPS. A nearly 40-year oversight in Venice is finally being resolved, but it will cost the city millions of dollars. At least 750 homes in the city limits are not zoned properly. They're zoned for the county, not the city. It all began back in 1978 when properties were annexed into the city from the county. Since then, no one changed that designation. In Tuesday's city council meeting, city leaders decided to streamline the process of rezoning all of the properties in question without charging homeowners.
They estimated it at about $2,500 a home, 750 homes. That'd be just under $2 million of lost revenue.
The mayor also said this is only the latest of several issues the city has been previously unaware of that they now have to fix. The city of Sarasota now considering a new leash regulation for dogs at parks. Right now in the city, dogs are required to be on a leash in some areas but can roam free in others. Sarasota City Commissioners agreed 4-1 to allow a city attorney to draft an ordinance to require all dogs to be leashed while at a city park. Dog parks are the only place where dogs will be allowed to run free off a leash.
I think it's good for some dogs that their owners aren't responsible, but for the people who have dogs that enjoy running around and meeting other dogs, I think it's a shame.
There will be several more votes and public hearings before these new leash regulations take effect. Good news for fans of JR's old packing house in Sarasota. The cafe is now back open. Back in June, the cafe's building was severely damaged in a fire. That massive fire also destroyed 2 warehouses. The restaurant's owner told us last year he was hoping to reopen by September. But the cafe has finally reopened its doors today. It is located on South Packing House Road in Sarasota. The Anna Maria Fish Company is celebrating recognition for its food quality. The company's Cortez Botarga, which is served at the Sandbar, Beach House and Mar Vista Dockside restaurants, is the winner of a 2017 Good Food Award in the preserved fish category. The Good Food Awards celebrate tasty and authentic food. Each year, awards are presented to American food producers and the farmers who provide their ingredients. That is great news. Let's head over to Bob. Take a look at our forecast.
Well, good news is that we're going to see some nice sunshine tomorrow, but the bad news is it's going to be cool and breezy, but really it's seasonal. Temperatures just a couple degrees below average. The showers and storms pretty strong right now down near the Keys, Key West, getting some heavy rainfall at times. That's the frontal boundary, which is now down to our south. Rainfall amounts not very good. Just a few light rain showers. We could use a little bit of rain. We're about 2 to 4 inches below average across most of the area this winter thus far. Currently, we have a few clouds around. Temperature's still pretty warm, but this is the important number, a 58-degree dew point temperature. It's dropped about 10 degrees just in the last 3 or 4 hours. The humidity at 70%. Winds are out of the northwest at 17, so still breezy out there. It's going to stay windy, too, throughout the morning, and you'll notice that tomorrow temperatures will be in the low 60s, but with that wind out of the northwest, it'll make it feel a bit cooler out there. Temperatures are already dropping down into the 50s in Pensacola and Tallahassee, 68 in Sarasota, and it's 68 as well in Arcadia and Parrish, 67 Anna Maria. Well, more in the forecast, tell you about a storm system which will bring some rain over the weekend. Details on that coming up in a few minutes. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. The Florida man accused of killing his pregnant ex-girlfriend and a police officer has been charged with 11 charges, including murder. The indictment of Markeith Lloyd came today after a grand jury heard the case. Lloyd is facing 2 charges of first-degree murder for the deaths of Shade Dixon and his unborn child, and for Orlando Police Lieutenant Deborah Clayton. Lloyd is charged with 4 counts of attempted first-degree murder involving an officer.
Many of you have inquired about with my office has been whether or not we are seeking death penalty in either or both of these cases. We are eagerly anticipating a new statute from the Florida legislature, and at that point we will evaluate and determine whether we are seeking death on Markeith Lloyd.
Police say Lloyd shot and killed Dixon on December 13th and then killed Orlando Police Lieutenant Clayton after she approached him outside of a Walmart on January 9th. Today, President Trump says he is keeping his options open when it comes to a peaceful solution between Israel and the Palestinians. During a joint news conference with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, the president urged Israel to hold back on building settlements in occupied territories. ABC's Janae Norman is with the change with this long-standing American policy.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu making the rounds on Capitol Hill, meeting with congressional leaders from the Senate and the House.
I want to thank you for your consistent support.
It's great. We are such close allies and friends. It's wonderful to host you here.
Earlier, smiling with the president, 2 world leaders with a long-standing friendship who may be looking at a long road of negotiations over Israeli settlements in occupied territories.
As far as settlements, I'd like to see you hold back on settlements for a little bit. We'll work something out, but I would like to see a deal be made. So let's see what we do.
Let's try it.
Doesn't sound too optimistic, but that's he's a good negotiator.
That's the art of the deal.
One big change, President Trump seeming to ease away from long-standing U.S. support for Palestinian statehood in the search for a peaceful resolution, saying he's not holding on to the previously preferred 2-state solution.
So I'm looking at 2-state and 1-state, and I like the one that both parties like.
We believe undermining the 2-state solution is not a joke. It's a disaster and a tragedy for Palestinians and Israelis and for the whole region.
Leaving it to the Israelis and Palestinians to figure out what exactly a peaceful resolution will entail.
First, the Palestinians must recognize the Jewish state. They have to stop calling for Israel's destruction. Now, unfortunately, the Palestinians vehemently reject both prerequisites for peace.
President Trump stressed the U.S. will encourage peace, but that the 2 sides will have to negotiate an agreement themselves, adding that both the Palestinians and Israelis will have to make compromises. Janae Norman, ABC News, New York.
Straight ahead, Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with our forecast, plus an update on this year's flu season in our area and why health officials are recommending that you get the flu shot ASAP. And a push from some state lawmakers to change the way Florida's standardized tests are administered.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like cell phone protection for 3 phones, plus an interest-bearing account. And that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at AchievaCU.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieve a credit union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Check out My Suncoast Dining on mysuncoast.com for Chef Judy's favorite recipes, cooking tips and trends, dining blogs, step-by-step videos, and Suncoast Restaurant Guide. You'll find it all at mysuncoast.com/dining. ABC7, your Suncoast News. We're here for you weeknights at 5.
Hurry in to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota for big savings on some of America's best vehicles. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of new Jeep Wranglers. Get all the safety and security of a new Dodge Journey for as little as $16,599. Or stop by today and drive away in a 2017 Jeep Patriot for just $15,999. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota today.
Join us for Sarasota Opera's 2017 Winter Festival, opening February 11th. Featuring Puccini's most famous opera, Madame Butterfly, Rossini's delightful comedy, The Italian Girl in Algiers, Poulenc's heartbreaking dialogues of the Carmelites, and the medieval thriller, The Love of Three Kings by Italo Montemezzi. Tickets are on sale now. Call 941-328-1300 or visit sarasotaopera.org.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Our goal is to do things better than anybody in the country. What makes Sarasota Memorial Hospital's program so special is that it's taking care of the patient in every aspect of cardiovascular disease. And in this community, the patients are very active. The idea is not just to get them over that operation, but to get them back to doing the things that they enjoy doing.
Contemporary Cabinetry and Closet Concepts. Our strength is in building a relationship with our clients. Locally owned and operated for over 30 years. When you organize your home, you simplify your life. Call today for a free in-home consultation or visit the web at contemporarycabinetry.srq.com.
There's a whole new way to bank with Achieva Checking Plus. You get new features like full ID theft protection, and that's good to know. Discover all the benefits at achievacu.com. Achieva, banking for good. Achieva Credit Union is federally insured by the NCUA.
Well, the radar picture right there, Haley, showing some showers and big storms down to our south. We are anticipating that rain to continue to move in that direction, and we are looking at small craft advisories in effect for the Big Bend area all the way down to Englewood. That's a result of the strong winds coming out of the northwest right now, and that activity will eventually lessen somewhat tomorrow. So we're looking at some decent weather, although cooler than we've seen over the past couple of days. Now, viewer photos sent in. This is Crescent Beach. Barbara Sieber is getting this one. The waves kicking up. There are a lot of wave action today, causing some problems with rip currents, and also small craft advisories have been flying up and down the coast. High surf advisory, and you can see the sun, a little bit of haze in the atmosphere off in the distance there. And this is a close-up look. Kind of looks like Saturn. I saw that photo. I said the same thing, and that's what she put as the title of this particular photo that you see right there. Kind of interesting shot. Appreciate those. And anyways, a webcam showing generally a few showers dancing across our skies this afternoon, and all that activity has now since moved on. The weather headlines read like this: it's still breezy and staying that way overnight and tomorrow throughout the day. Not as windy as it was today, but still a little bit of a breeze out there. Turning cooler too. Highs will be back slightly below seasonal averages, and then there are some showers in the forecast for Saturday as a storm develops in the Gulf. Speaking of those winds, you can see they'll be out of the northwest at 6 a.m. tomorrow, anywhere from 10 to 15 miles an hour, and that will make it feel a little bit cooler outside. And then again, throughout the day, those winds staying rather brisk coming in off the Gulf there, so it'll keep things cooler near the beaches. Keep that in mind. Eventually, those winds abate somewhat tomorrow night and become more easterly on Saturday, and that means we'll see warmer temperatures by then, back into the mid to upper 70s on Saturday. 68 right now. Dew point is falling. The humidity at 70%. Winds out of the west-northwest at 17 right now. And as far as the high goes, 78 degrees today. That was warm. The 73 is our average. Will be, as I said, right around the 70-degree mark tomorrow. 88 The record high set back in 1975, this morning's low 67. As far as the rainfall goes, no rain, measurable rain at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport. As there were a few showers around, they were brief and they moved pretty quickly off into the east. Here's some forecasts now. This is through Friday as far as temperatures go. This is taking a look at tomorrow's low temperatures in the low 60s here, some 40s over the Panhandle. And then as far as highs go, we'll see high temperatures into the upper 60s to right around 70 degrees for Thursday. And then for Friday morning, that'll be the coolest of all the mornings for the upcoming days. We'll be into the mid to upper 40s there, but we'll warm in the afternoon on Friday, back into the low 70s, mid to upper 70s as early as Saturday afternoon, although there will be quite a few clouds around on Saturday as a result of a storm system developing. So the front clears, skies clear too. Look for a lot of sunshine tomorrow. And then we'll see fair skies tomorrow night. That will allow that temperature to drop down into the mid 40s to upper 40s. We'll watch a storm system developing here in the Gulf of Mexico, which will track our way on Saturday. Looks like the timing of the showers will be in the afternoon and evening for us. The rain chances aren't all that high. We will see some shower activity, but it should not be a widespread rainout event for Saturday. We will see increasing clouds, though, throughout the day. And that storm system winding up over the northeast. Things are very cold across the Great Lakes as that northwest wind blows into there. Although temperatures are into the 20s now in Detroit, Minneapolis, and Toronto and Cleveland, it's the wind chill that's biting right now across parts of that region. And you can see that it's 15 in Detroit. That's what it feels like. Toronto at 11 and Cleveland at 20 degrees. So pretty chilly weather there. For boaters tomorrow, it looks to be a little calmer, but still seas up there 3 to 5 feet with a moderate chop on the bays and inland waters. The tides upcoming for Sarasota Bay. We just had a low tide. We'll have another one at 10:02 tomorrow morning. Forecast for tonight. The showers have ended for the most part. They have ended. Mostly cloudy skies, 61 degrees. Tomorrow, clearing and turning cooler. High temperatures in the upper 60s. We'll have some gusts at time up to 25. The extended forecast calling for a nice day on Friday. It looks to be really spectacular. 50% chance for showers on Saturday. Shouldn't see anything heavy. And then Sunday, high temperatures back into the upper 70s we go right through Wednesday. Haley?
Thank you, Bob. More than 1,500 acres are burning northeast of the Suncoast in Polk County. According to Florida Forest Services, approximately 800 homes in the Indian Lake Estates subdivision have been ordered to evacuate. The River Ranch hunting grounds are also under evacuation. Polk County Fire Chief Tony Stravino says that the fire is not yet under control and there is a lot of property damage. Crews are using 8 bulldozers, 3 brush trucks, and a helicopter to fight this fire. Reverse 911 was used to contact residents who live in the affected area. Health officials on the Suncoast say do not delay any longer if you have not gotten a flu vaccine. The Sarasota County Health Department says the number of flu cases are slightly higher compared to this time last year. Usually the peak of flu season is in early February, but this year is expected to peak a bit later than normal. Health officials say anyone who hasn't gotten a vaccine should get one now. It takes about 2 weeks after receiving that shot to have adequate protection against those circulating viruses. More and more students apparently want to become Florida Gators. The University of Florida receiving a record number of applications in the last few months. As of yesterday, about 35,000 prospective students have applied for the summer or fall semester this year. More than 13,000 have been accepted so far. The university president is calling this year's incoming class one of the most competitive classes ever. Top Florida Republicans want to change the state's school testing law. GOP leaders say they are proposing common sense changes, although the legislation would not eliminate any state mandated tests. The legislation would push back the date that standardized tests are given, which is usually administered in February or March. Legislators also want to have the Department of Education study whether the SAT or ACT could be used by high schools instead of those state tests. Sports is next, but first, here's Jimmy Kimmel.
We are not kidding around tonight. Who makes up the fake news? Do you do that yourself, or is there a team of Imagineers? Yeah. Do you need help? Because I can come up with all sorts of weird stuff.
I know. I watch your show.
Is your mop a dirty, disgusting mess?
You need the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System, the only mop and bucket that spins the dirt away. A system that cleans practically anything and everything with super absorbent microfiber. Dip it in the washer side and the mess releases into the bucket. Then place it in the dryer side and push on the pedal. You get a clean mop head that's practically dry and ready for more. And your hands will never again touch a dirty, disgusting mop. The heads are washable and reusable. Get the Hurricane 360 Spin Mop System for just 2 payments of $19.99. You'll also get a Sticky Buddy, the reusable sticky roller that picks up pet hair and lint and washes clean in seconds. You can take advantage of our 2-for-1 Pick It Up special and get a second Spin Mop set. Just pay additional shipping and fee. And we'll upgrade you to free priority handling. So don't wait. Order now.
Call 1-800-394-1524 to get your Hurricane Spin Mop double offer. So hurry and call 1-800-394-1524. Call now.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Come out to the best party of the season, the Goodwill Mardi Gras Gala on February 28th at Michael's on E. Tickets at experiencegoodwill.org.
They're coming from Tampa, Fort Myers, even Orlando. They're coming from everywhere for the Sarasota Ford Promise. We promise we're more than a dealership. We're a destination with a movie theater, massage room, aquarium, cafe, and more. We promise to give you top dollar for your trade, even if you don't buy from us. And if you do, we promise you the best deal. Bring us any competitor's ad and we'll beat it by at least $1,000. That's why they're coming from everywhere to Sarasota Ford, where 41 meets 301. SarasotaFord.com.
Florida's last private island is a waterfront lifestyle like no other. This is Harbor Isle, just 5 minutes from the sugar sand beaches of Anna Maria Island. This sun-splashed paradise invites you to enjoy natural adventures and all the recreation of a tropical resort. Island coach homes and waterfront condos are now available from the high 400s. Don't miss the Luxury by the Bay event, Saturday, January 21st from noon till 4 p.m. at Harbor Isle. Water ski show, luxury cars, wine tasting, model home tours, and more.
Now, sports.
A tough task for the South Florida Bulls tonight. USF hosting 18th-ranked Cincinnati. The Bulls are looking for only their 8th win of the season. The Bearcats take an early lead. The Cincinnati defense gets their offense going. The Bearcats' Kevin Johnson pulls up for the jumper on the break. And then later in the half, South Florida defense sparks their offense. Tulio Da Silva puts the pass ahead on the break for the layup. In the final seconds of the first half, Cincinnati is in the lead. Nasir Brooks misses both free throws there. The Bearcats come up with the loose ball. Gary Clark with the layup just before the horn sounds to end the half. The Bearcats hold on to their lead through the game. The final score is 68-54. The Florida Gators celebration after a big win on the road last night at Auburn is short-lived. Starting center John Egbunu will miss the rest of the season after tearing the ACL in his left knee. It happened in the first half when Egbunu tried to block a shot. The junior was averaging 8 points and nearly 7 rebounds a game for the Gators. Sophomore Kavarius Hayes will take his place in the starting lineup. Spring training is starting with a few issues. The Pittsburgh Pirates are beginning camp without third baseman Jung-Ho Kang. He's scheduled to go on trial in South Korea on charges of driving under the influence and leaving the scene of an accident. Meanwhile, the Tampa Bay Rays losing a salary arbitration case with one of its starting pitchers. Jake Odorizzi will earn $4.1 million this season. The team was willing to pay him $3.8 million, but a panel ruled in favor of Odorizzi's request for a higher salary. We're learning how Sarasota County plans to pay for a new $80 million facility in Northport for the Atlanta Braves. The county says that it will pay $1.3 million in tourist development dollars for 20 years to cover its end. It hopes the state can put forward $20 million, while West Village's developers and the Braves try to cover the rest. The county invested $24 million in the Orioles. They are now reportedly generating $89 million per year in tourism and other impacts. The team's vice president says that success should be the standard for the Braves.
I think the same criteria that we had to meet needs to be applied to all these things, whether it's biking or rowing or baseball.
Northport has also agreed to contribute $4.5 million toward this project from unspecified sources, possibly impact fees. That's a look at sports. We'll have our lotto numbers straight ahead.
Don't hate me because I'm blingable. Get your bling on with affordable Spectralite diamonds exclusively at Created Gems in Gold and Silver, where you always get big bling for little ching.
The official Suncoast Storm team at ABC7. We're here for you.
Hi, I'm Chef Judy. Every Wednesday morning, I'll be with the chefs at the Publix Aprons Cooking School serving up the most wonderful dishes. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday on ABC7's Good Morning Suncoast.
In town? On the town, The Mark offers landmark living in the center of everything you love about Sarasota. Priced from the 700s, spacious residences and elevated club-level amenities create a private oasis in the sky. Promenade shopping and dining put the best of downtown downstairs. Sales gallery open daily at the corner of Pineapple and State Street just south of Maine. The Mark, Sarasota. Presented by Coulter.
Gold fever is at an all-time high in the Sunshine State. With the new Gold Rush Doubler family of scratch-off games, everyone is rushing to Florida to strike it doubly rich. With over $1 billion in total cash prizes, the Florida Gold Rush is on. The Florida Lottery. Just imagine.
Car experts and customers agree. There's a whole lot to love about a new Subaru. Subaru offers more 2016 IIHS Top Safety Pick Plus winners than any other brand. And Subaru had the best resale value of all brands for 2016. Now you can lease a new Subaru Forester for just $209 a month or get 0% financing during the Subaru True Love event. Get more for your money. Go to Sunset Subaru in Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
There are many choices when it comes to AC companies. Our advice? Choose a company that performs employee background checks and is licensed with top manufacturers like Daikin. Daikin offers a 12-year parts and labor limited warranty. For better comfort and value, call Elite Heating and Air.
Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the blingiest of them all? You are, with Spectralite diamonds, all gorgeous and affordable. Only found at Created Gems, where you always get big bling for little ching.
Okay, she sounds fantastic. A Venice teen is celebrating after a successful performance at Amalie Arena. Hannah J had the opportunity to open up for John Bon Jovi in Tampa on Valentine's Day. The rocker opened a contest on Facebook saying he would choose local musicians across the country to open up for his shows near their hometowns. Hannah J was picked to represent the Suncoast. And we caught up with a 16-year-old musician earlier this week. She said she was excited to perform 5 original songs for a large crowd.
It's definitely a big leap to go from
the Performing Arts Center in Venice to Amalie Arena.
I'm so proud of her. Even though I've always seen this for her, to actually see it happening is just overwhelming.
Hannah J. is no stranger to performing for large crowds. She recently sang the national anthem in front of 62,000 people before a Tampa Bay Bucks game. So she has the performer thing down, and her voice is
it's a start to. I love her voice.
Yeah, isn't
it
it good? Those are great songs. Congrats to her. Have a great